we're going to be changing this light. We're going to be putting some downlights in with a PIR, because when you walk in this front door, the light switch is over there, which, if I can show you, the light switch is over there. So when you get in the door, what's the point? So we're going to whip this down and hopefully see how many lights we can get up within this area. Right, first things first, safe isolation. We want to knock this off. The fuse board is down here. Unplug this for a sec. And if you come and look at this, right, I've got a few circuits off. We might have to faff around with this a bit, but what I'm going to do, no one's here, so we can say, right, lights. That ain't the right circuit because it's still on. Lights. There we go, that's the right circuit. But we'll get my Phillips, because the customer doesn't like these lights, and you can tell because she's not bothered replacing the lamps. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's done its plastering. It's plastered the lights in. So we want to get this. It's going to have to crack the plaster a bit, which is a bit of a bummer. Look. Oh. This is a nightmare. Who's plastered the ceiling and plastered the lights in? Unfortunately, we'll have to make a bit of a mess, which is what electricians do. Look at that. Sugar. Right. So that is going to need a bit of flatten around. Let's get his light out of the way. Start with live, neutral, and earth. Look at this. That. Oh my God. We're going to have to find out what that is happening with that. It just looks a mess, but this is all part of why we're electricians, to make things better. There we go, 240. So that is right, the right one. So I'm going to come this way to get the light in, which we need to find out how much space we've got. Right, so I want to see how far I can go. I think it's double boarded. Well, there's something in there, basically, which basically we're going to have to find out by drilling a hole in it. The 𝐦𝐮𝐸, which will basically collect all the crap when we drill the hole, so we can actually see what's going on. Yep, it is double skinned. Right, we've got it. So this is where the cables come in. What a mess. So I've chopped that earth anyway. So we're going to pull the cables out and see what's happened. I'm assuming, and I'm right, there's a junction box up here. So ideally I want to get this junction box out because it looks rubbish. There we go. So they have wired the live in the earth. In that, but I tell you, there is thousands of houses same as this. Look at that. No earth sleeving. Cost of earth sleeving, what, £6 for 100 metres. Don't know why people don't use earth sleeving. So basically, we've got your live coming in and your switch live going out. By the looks of it. Yeah, live and neutral coming in, and then you switch live to the switch, and then that is your live and neutral to the light. And I always think, just because someone else has done a pants job, doesn't mean you have to. So, I'm just going to isolate these. Where is my earth sleeving? Because I know that I'm going to be using a shed load of earth sleeving, let's strap a load to our trousers. We can probably get right the way across. Yep. So we can go that far with a light if we wanted. And, oh, hit the frigging phone. Yes, and we can go that, we can go all the bleeding way, look. We can go that far with a light if we wanted. So, I reckon the best bet is to put 2 lights up here, because we ain't going to be able to go that way. Nah. That way, as far as we can get, is there. So if we did put a couple of lights here, and this will be symmetrical for the downstairs, so it will light up the area where you first come in, basically. And the PIR, I'm going to put in the middle. I'm going to have to sort that out with something else, because a bit of a mess, isn't it? And I don't think it's a rewire. These cables are okay. The red and black, yes. But the cabling's quite good. And it's got an old 16th edition dual RCD. Yeah, on the board. So it's got RCD protectors, so I don't think there's any need for a rewire, to be honest. These lights, F-type ultras. Ultra makes it sound cool. Right, and with these ones we've got these downlights, which have got 4 colours, all interchangeable. In there, 4 to 6 watt. I'm going to put these on 6 watts. I like it nice and bright. If you're going to put 2 lights, that'd be nice and bright in this area. And with these, you can terminate them into the plug, so it makes it easier for testing, basically. So we can put this light up. Right, so let's drill this hole. Look at that, 1 bit of plaster out. Because this house is double skinned, look, so you've got your old plasterboard and the single plasterboard. So you've got to drill through twice, which is not a bad thing. I could tell that when you were tapping it, that it was double skinned. So we've got to drill it through again. Perfect. Now we've got a nice round hole. So then that is going to be spot on to get our light in there. That's right next to the joist as well, so we've gone as far as basically we can along there. If that other hole is lined up perfectly along that joist, this is the thing now, there's no room for mistakes, basically. Now I've done that, now I've got a bit too close to that joist, so we'll just do it. I'm confident, I am confident. Yeah, just to make it look nice and symmetrical. I was originally thinking of putting 1 up, but it would just look better, wouldn't it? Sugar, should have goggles on. Because if it gets stuck in the hole saw, it's even harder to get out, so knock 1 out at a time. Knock the plaster out, not probably what you're thinking. And that, just as I planned, the joist probably is not straight, but my lights are. That is spot on. I'm happy with that. So then now for this other hole, it's got to be smaller. Because if you look at this PIR, it's a smaller cutout, which have a different hole saw. This one looks like it'll be perfect. I'll cut this out, it'll cut the hole saw nice and neat. And conveniently, oh sugar, it's one of my new ones as well. So nice and sharp. And stick the new hole saw on. I hate it when these hole saws get stuck. line her up just to get that on there. Let's do the PIR, which is going to be in the centre. So when you walk in the door, it's going to pick you up wherever you are. There we go. But again, we're going to be double skinned. Sometimes you can make minimal amount of mess. This time, it's a bit dusty, but it's not too bad. So now what I want to do is wire the lights. So then, all we want to do is basically we have a live and neutral that will come into this. This will go across. You don't even need rods for this, look, you can, because they're so easy and you can see them. Right, so then that will go straight into that light, which, let's do that. Cutters are in my pocket, of course they are. Right, so that's your live and neutral into that light from the PIR. And then, from that light, we're just going to go straight over to the other light, which conveniently don't need rods because we're on a downstairs circuit, there is no insulation. Look at that, perfectly in. So then now we're just going to terminate these into the plugs. Right, there's only a little bit of room, so we're going to have to do them quite short and neat. Not a problem, we can do that. That is nice and neat, if you can see that in there. Probably not, let me pick this up. Look, that's got in there, nice and neat. So it's quite short, but we've got our earth sleeving on and it's all in there. Give it a tug. If it comes off, do it again. It ain't coming off, not a chance. And then let's just do this up with a little bit of a screw. Get it in there. Right, so we've got another light. Let's open this one up. So all we want at the minute is the little connector block things. Then that opens up like so, and then that opens up like so. You take this bit out. The more you do it, the faster you get as well. These 𝐡𝐚𝐯 ones, F-type ultras. So, and these ones have got 4 different colours, 4 watts to 6 watt, which, I don't know, I understand why you do 4 watt, yeah. But I always like to use it in 6 watt, because if you're going to put a light up, you might as well get the maximum out of it. So this is my plan. This is just normal white. Can you change the bezels? Yep, you can. You can change the bezels as well. But I'm sticking to white in here for one reason. It's the only colour I've got. Now, I want your live, neutral and earth to come over. So we've got the live, neutral and earth and the outgoing now. And I should get this off actually. Get that out of the way. And terminate this back quite a bit. Let's see what terminations we've got in the PIR. Look at that. All we've got is a silly little plug. So yeah, we're going to have to put a little junction box on there, which as always I come prepared. And these little junction boxes, they're 10 times better than them round ones. Get rid of that because I don't want it. But they go fit up through the hole. Them round ones, you see me struggle when I pulled the first one out. Struggled to get it out. So yeah, these little Wago boxes, put them up, put a cable tie on. Now spot on, fit nice and through the hole. So my plan is to get this terminated into here. Bit of earth, right. So the earth, which won't terminate onto the PIR, because there is nowhere for it to terminate. But we still have earth inside the cable. And then the other 3, we want to be quite short with a little bit of this on the end. And then we're going to need a bit of blue as well. So on here, if you can see, they've got loop out, live and neutral. So the loop out will be the brown, the live will be the black, and the neutral will be the grey. So what I'm going to have in here is your live, neutral and earth, and your switch live out. So I basically want 𝙒𝙮𝙮𝙯, which I found among my 𝙒𝙮𝙯 selection box. Right, so I've got 3 cables going in here, and there, and here. So they're going to be going up there. So let's chop them down a bit so they go nice and neat. Right, these should be all the 𝙒𝙮𝙯s we need inside that box. Let's jam that down. Got little bits at the end where they fit the 𝙒𝙮𝙯s in perfectly. So that's where your connections are, and they're in there. Shut the lid down. Obviously first I want to test it, so I'm not going to push them back up yet. Time on the minimum, maximum sensitivity. So then now I want my test kit out, and I'm thinking that they're going to go straight in to the end of that. Let's 0 the leads. Zero, 199. Right, so we got that and that. 199 to live and neutral. 199 for your live, neutral. I'm looping it because this will just confirm that everything's tight, you get decent reading. So then let's see what reading I've got, because this will activate it as well. Right, so I heard that PIR just come on. Let's have a look at this. So then now all we want is get a good reading on there. So this is all, yep, that earth's on and that PIR is activated, so we've got a live up there, we know that much. Look at that. 0.87, which on a 1.5 circuit for lighting is spot on. You know this is all okay. So then, look at this. This is what I mean by these boxes. You can fit them nice up. Oh, hang about, I ain't got a cable tie on that. There we go. These boxes are fit perfectly into the ceiling, look. Easier than them round ones, and there's plenty of slack. This will go nice and neat into here, which we're going to have to change the daylight settings because we don't want it to come on in the day. So let's put that up there, and that up there, which, hang on, 6 watt, warm white. Like these are going to ping back down on my freaking fingers if I'm not careful. Right, but then can you see these? Like that's your E, your extra warm. That is your normal white. That is your normal white, like a normal light in the house, like a warm white. Oh, that is your cool white. That's your daylight. That's outside, like a car headlight, look. But I'm going to put, that's just too warm. So I'm going to use it like that. That's like a nice, normal light. Right. Oh. These, I'm just going to put this in its own 𝙒𝙮𝙯 box, because that's the old switch wire. I'm going to change that. There we go, look at that. Beautiful, it's gone off. I'm going to change that to the old switch, which is a 2-gang switch, to a single gang switch, which will do the upstairs. So I just need to get a cloth and wipe this off, rub the pencil marks off where I'll be marking out, and that looks 10 times better. I think they will be very happy. But then as well, I've got to, where's my little one? Right, so we don't want it to come on for long, say a couple of minutes, and there's no point in coming on in the daylight, so we just want it on in dusk. So then, so that'll do you with your downlights up and the little PIR that's sort of nice and flush to the ceiling, look. That'll just, for when you come in, the lights come on. But that's me done for a bit. I might go get myself a cup of tea. I do know, oh, hang about, I don't know if she has that fancy milk. We'll find out. So, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.